Sorry, Sarah. I just finished submitting your and James's divorce papers.
What? Our divorce papers? Emily, what are you talking about? I never signed any divorce papers.
You don't need to sign them. I took care of everything.
That's impossible. You can't just submit divorce papers for someone else.
But I did. And right after that, I submitted mine and James's marriage registration. Now he's mine. I'm James's new wife.
Is this some kind of sick joke? Emily, please tell me you're joking.
Why would I joke about something this important?
What did you just say? What gives you the right to do this? Filing divorce papers for a married couple and then marrying him yourself?
Don't be so dramatic, Sarah. It's already done.
How could you even do this? This has to be illegal.
But I got James's permission. Actually, he's right here with me.
What? James is with you right now? James, if you're there, please explain what's going on.
James said he was bored with you. That's why he's making me his new wife.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? James would never say that. We only just had our anniversary dinner together last week.
Oh my god, Sarah, you're totally freaking out. Though I guess that's what happens when your husband gets stolen. We were pretty good at hiding our affair.
Affair? You two were seeing each other behind my back? How long has this been going on?
About 3 months. He was pretty easy to bring home.
All this time, when you came over for dinner?
You really should have noticed something was off.
When you asked James to come over because you needed medical advice, that was actually the both of you cheating on me?
Remember when I kept asking about his work schedule?
What? So all those times, every time you asked about his hospital shifts, was to find days to meet with him behind my back?
I can tell you now, I've actually had my eye on James for a while. He's kind, smart, and a doctor. And most importantly, he makes good money.
I always knew you only dated high-earning men. Ever since you were young, your dream was to marry rich, but stealing your sister's husband? That's a new low.
Oh, please, don't act so self-righteous. You knew I always wanted someone successful. You just happened to find him first.
He wasn't some prize to be won. He was my husband.
Well, what else could I do? According to my life plan, I needed to get married this year.
What? Your life plan? What are you talking about?
I want to live according to the life plan I made when I was little. Get married at 26, have a baby at 27, then have another child at 29, and live happily as a family of 4.
That's a nice life plan, but what does that have to do with stealing my husband? You could have found your own partner.
Were you even listening? I have to get married at 26, and I'm turning 26 this year. But I couldn't find anyone suitable to marry, so James was my best option right now.
What did you say? You're telling me you destroyed my marriage because of some arbitrary deadline?
All my ex-boyfriends made at least $100,000 a year, but that's barely enough these days. With today's cost of living, I need someone making at least $200,000 to feel secure. James is perfect. He's a doctor making $300,000. He's exactly the kind of husband I was looking for.
I'm speechless. You stole your sister's husband for such a ridiculous reason. Do you even hear yourself? Do you have any idea what you've done to our family?
It's not ridiculous. I'm serious about this. Besides, you can always find someone else. You're still young enough. Oh, but you might want to hurry since it won't be long until you're too old.
You said James is there with you right now. Could I speak with him? I need to hear this from him.
Hey, now you understand everything, right? Emily gets her ideal husband, and I get to dump my boring wife. Plus, I get a young, cute new wife. Emily and I are getting married because our interests align.
Your interests align, I see. After 5 years of marriage, this is how you tell me.
Of course I love her too. She's much cuter and more charming than you. She knows what a man wants.
Right. Good for you. But filing divorce papers without my knowledge is going too far. If you wanted a divorce, you should have at least talked to me first. We could have ended things properly.
There wasn't time for that. Emily absolutely wanted to get married at 26, but her 27th birthday's coming up in a few months. I just wanted to get the marriage registered quickly for her sake.
That's not a reason I could possibly accept. You're both acting like children.
Look, I know I've done you wrong. Of course I'll handle the division of assets properly. And for filing the divorce papers without your consent, I'll pay several times the standard compensation.
That much? You think money fixes this?
But just forget about me. I'm Emily's husband now and we're strangers. I'll pay you quickly, then you can go find yourself a new man. I'm being more than generous here.
Well, there's no going back on the divorce now. I might as well take what I can get. I wish you both happiness as the husband-stealing couple you are. Just don't ever show up in front of me again. And, Emily, Mom and Dad will hear about this from me first. Wait, it's Sarah? Don't tell them yet. Goodbye, both of you.
I was surprised to see you earlier. What are you doing in a baby store? That's not exactly a place for a divorced single woman like you.
My friend is pregnant. I was looking for a baby shower gift.
Really? A friend? Or were you just feeling lonely?
My friend is pregnant. That's all there is to it.
What a strange friend you've got, keeping company with a pathetic divorced woman like you. Don't they know you couldn't even keep your own husband?
Don't you dare insult my friend. And what were you doing there alone anyway? Where's Emily?
Glad you asked. Actually, Emily's pregnant and due to give birth soon.
Emily's pregnant. Already?
She's in her second trimester now, and the baby's due next month. It's gonna be a beautiful baby girl. Everything's going according to her plan, you see.
Well, congratulations. So you were busy shopping for post-birth necessities? I hope you're actually helping with the preparations.
Yeah, since it's our first child, there's a lot to buy. I was shocked when the total came to over $1,000. Emily only wants the best brands.
That's what happens when you try to buy everything at once. Maybe you should have planned better.
Well then, since you turned up at such perfect timing, you can handle the payment for me.
What? What are you talking about?
I've already explained it to the store clerk. See ya.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, handle it? Why should I pay for your purchases? James, answer me!
Come on, it's not a big deal. Think of it as a baby gift for your sister and brother-in-law.
What? Are you serious right now?
You were going to buy a baby gift for your friend anyway. Why not get one for family too? We're still family, right?
But suddenly being stuck with a bill over $1,000? This is ridiculous.
Oh, I just happened to forget my wallet. I was worried about what to do, so this really helps. Consider it your baby shower gift, and I'll let you know when the baby's born. Thanks.
James, get back here. You can't just do this.
Already done. The clerk has your information. Better pay up or it'll look bad for you.
Ugh, you haven't changed at all. Still manipulating people.
Just helping my dear ex-sister-in-law be generous. Emily will be so happy.
Does Emily know you're doing this?
She'll know soon enough. Thanks for the gifts.
This isn't over, James.
What are you gonna do about it? Sue me?
You'll see.
Oh, he's so dramatic, Sarah. This is why I left you.
Sarah, I had the baby. I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. She's perfect. 6 pounds, 8 ounces. Congratulations on the birth. And congratulations on your beautiful baby. I'm glad both mother and child are healthy. Everything went exactly according to my life plan. Aren't you happy for your little sister? Of course, I'm glad you're both healthy. Thanks. Now I'm waiting for your gift. Make sure to bring presents for your sister who worked hard to give birth and your cute little niece. What? But I already gave you a gift the other day. Didn't James tell you? I paid for all those baby items. Over $1,000 worth of items. Of course I heard about that. But don't you think it's a bit insufficient as a gift? Those were just basics. What? Are you serious right now? I mean, those were just basic necessities like diapers and formula. It's too practical and doesn't feel like a proper gift. A new aunt should give something special. But I paid over $1,000. And James said to consider it as a gift. That's more than enough. James has nothing to do with this. I'm the one who gave birth to this beautiful baby. If I'm saying the gift isn't enough, that should settle it. Go buy a luxury baby carrier and stroller right now. I saw a really nice set at the store. What? That would easily cost another $1,000. You can't be serious. In exchange, I'll let you see the baby. Come visit our house. Oh, really? You'll let me visit? After everything that happened? Yes, if you bring the gifts. You must be excited to see the baby, right? It's your only chance to experience this. After all, you'll never be able to have one yourself. Poor thing. What exactly do you mean by that? Choose your next words carefully, Emily. Well, who would want to marry a divorced woman? Especially one whose husband was stolen by her sister. That's just too pathetic. Men would run from that kind of bad luck. I mean, it's been a year and you're still alone, right? What? I warned you and you still run your mouth. You really haven't changed at all. Surely you must know. Babies can only happen when you have a precious partner. But you'll never have that, so your life is pretty much set to be miserable. I'm just being honest as your sister. Stop mocking me. Don't decide my life is miserable on your own. You don't know anything about my life. If you're so upset, why don't you try getting remarried? Though we both know that's impossible. Who would want James's leftovers? Anyway, make sure to prepare those gifts. Come visit with the presents now that the baby's born. I'll show you the cute baby you'll never have. I expect those gifts by next week. Sure, if that's what you want, then I'll come with my police officer husband. I hope that's okay. What? What? I don't know if a life without babies is in my future or not, but since you invited us, my husband and I will both come visit. He's very interested in meeting you both. Wait a minute, Sarah, you got remarried? And to a police officer? You're lying. Yes, I had a wonderful meeting. I'll introduce him to you when we visit. Oh, but I won't be bringing any gifts. Instead, my husband has something important to discuss with you. Important discussion? About what? Sarah, what are you planning? About James's suspected theft charge. What? What theft charge? My husband, being an active police officer, will explain everything clearly. He's very thorough with his investigations. You might not be feeling your best after giving birth, but please make sure to listen. Wait, what do you mean? Did James do something wrong? Sarah, please explain. You know about it too, don't you? The other day at the baby store, when James forced me to pay the bill, my husband found that very interesting. James forced the payment on me and left with the merchandise. Apparently, that counts as theft, basically shoplifting. But you paid the full amount, so it's not shoplifting or theft. You can't do this to us. Yes, I did pay. I didn't want to, but I had no choice. But apparently that falls under a different crime. My husband knows all the details. What? Sarah, please. I told my husband everything right after it happened, and he explained it to me. Apparently, James's actions could be criminally charged. Multiple charges, actually. Really? But the baby. If I hadn't paid, James would have been a shoplifter. I reluctantly paid because I knew you, his wife, would be in trouble. Apparently, forcing someone to pay by putting them in that position is also a crime. Is that true? Sarah, we can work this out. If I file a police report, it becomes a police matter. And the investigating officer would be my husband. He wants to discuss the details of the situation and the multiple potential charges. He's very dedicated to his job. Just to check, Sarah, you're not planning to actually file a report, right? We're sisters. Well, that depends on how you both behave. What? What do you want from us? I'm looking forward to meeting the baby. I'll coordinate schedules with my husband and let you know when we can visit. Better tell James to be home that day.
What the hell do you think you're doing? I heard you're threatening to sue me, and you're getting cocky just because you remarried and your husband's a cop? You think you can threaten me?
What? I'm not being cocky or threatening anyone. I'm simply stating facts.
Forget it. Don't you dare come visit. You're not seeing my precious daughter. Sue me if you want. You're just talking nonsense about those theft charges. You're just jealous of our happiness.
You're saying that now, but what will you do if I actually file charges? My husband is very interested in your case.
It won't affect me at all. Police aren't so free that they deal with such a minor case. You're just trying to scare us. If your husband really is a cop, he should know that. You probably made him up anyway.
Oh, so you're doubting that my husband's a police officer? Even though both my remarriage and his profession are real. What a shame. Would you like to see him for yourself?
Whatever. And even if you sue me in civil court, the legal fees would cost more than what I made you pay. In other words, it would be pointless. You're just wasting everyone's time.
You might be right. It could be seen as a family dispute, and they might push for mediation. My husband said something similar, but that's not what worries me.
See? I told you.
Wait a minute, James. I'm still talking. What would you do if a large corporation sued you?
What?
I heard from the store clerk where we met. Apparently, you're quite a notorious complainer. They have quite a file on you.
I was a complainer? Notorious? What are you talking about?
They told me you'd buy things without research, then force returns and refunds. It's the wrong size. I don't know how to use it. I changed my mind. Give me my money back. I know there's a lot to learn with your first baby, but that kind of behavior is just troublesome for the store. The staff remembered you very well.
Shut up! I did nothing wrong. I consulted with the staff when buying, but when I got home, Emily said the sizes were wrong, and she didn't like the style of the baby clothes, so she told me to return them. It's all the staff's fault. They should do their jobs better.
You're completely innocent, aren't you? Though anyone can see you're both clearly at fault. The security cameras saw everything.
What?
I heard your attitude toward the staff was horrible too. Saying things like, "Have you ever given birth?" and "Useless staff with no childbirth experience aren't needed here." You made quite an impression.
That's...
And when staff members who had given birth helped you, you insulted them too, saying their post-pregnancy bodies were terrible and that working moms who put their kids in daycare were failures as mothers. How many people did you humiliate that day?
Well, I was just frustrated and they weren't being helpful.
The store said some staff members started taking sick leave because of you. The store suffered quite a loss. Harassment is a serious issue these days.
What?
And the cherry on top was leaving with merchandise without paying. You know, my husband was killing time at the bookstore nearby that day, so I called him right away to consult with the staff. The next day, they contacted me saying their corporate office would take action. They thanked me for the consultation.
What did you say? You planned this?
I wonder what will happen now. Once a big corporation gets involved, the police can't ignore it. All your verbal abuse is recorded on the store's security cameras, and I heard you even forced some staff to get down on their knees and apologize. My husband says that's another crime too. Assault, harassment, theft.
Is that so? Wait, Sarah!
I'll skip visiting since you'll probably be busy. I hope everything gets resolved smoothly. Give my best to Emily and the baby. Sarah, what should we do? James lost his job. We've only just given birth to our baby. Please help us. Why so suddenly? What happened?
The hospital fired him. They said he needed to leave because it would hurt their reputation. They found out everything.
What? That was fast.
After that, the store really did sue him. James paid the settlement money right away, and it was resolved peacefully. But somehow the story spread and the hospital found out. All our savings are gone.
Being fired for that seems unusual. I could understand if it was a regular company, but a hospital? There must have been other issues that led to their decision.
The hospital where James worked is the biggest one in the area, with both obstetrics and pediatric departments. Getting into trouble with a baby store is apparently really bad for their image. They said they can't have a doctor who harasses mothers.
So, in other words, their patient base and the store's customers overlap. But come on, James is a doctor. Surely he'll find another hospital job quickly. No need to panic about being fired.
That's what I thought too. But James said he's quitting being a doctor altogether. He won't listen to me.
What? He's quitting?
You know how proud he is. He's still internally angry about being sued. Then getting fired on top of that? His anger just won't settle. He's saying, if this is how it is, I'm done being a doctor. What about my life plan?
Wow, his worst traits are exploding at the worst possible time. How unfortunate for you.
And get this, he says he wants to work somewhere that values his medical background. He keeps saying, I'm a smart ex-doctor, I won't work at some stupid company. His conditions are so specific and unreasonable. I don't think he'll find a new job. We can't live like this.
That must be really worrying for you as his wife. With a new baby, expenses will only increase. Babies are expensive, aren't they? I wouldn't know since I've never had one.
Sarah, what should we do? I never thought this would happen. Please help us. Somehow. You're my only hope.
Like hell I will.
What? But we're sisters.
Aren't you forgetting something important? You're the woman who stole my husband James from me. Your sister. Now you're in trouble and asking for help? I couldn't care less about helping you. Remember your life plan?
But the baby needs...
You know how frustrating James's short temper is. But you wanted to marry him anyway, right? Well then, work together as husband and wife to get through this. Isn't that what you wanted?
Get through this? But, Sarah, please!
Well, I need to go make dinner now. Think I'll make my husband's favorite fried chicken tonight? I'm busy, so talk to you later. Oh, and good luck with your life plan. I hear James still hasn't found his dream job and just lounges around at home, even though they've barely got any savings left after paying the settlement money. He keeps making excuses like it's society's fault for not having companies worthy of someone like me. Meanwhile, he won't help at all with childcare, which finally made Emily snap. Word is, he finally started working at a local convenience store. But he keeps getting fired after getting in trouble with the customers. James doesn't realize it, but every time there's a report about his troubles, my police officer husband is the one who responds to the scene. My husband occasionally gives me updates saying things like he was quite energetic today, causing another scene.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.